Stop. If you are learning how to attract a man, you are already losing, because the moment a woman believes she must attract, perform, or adjust herself to be chosen, she has been successfully distracted from becoming dangerous. This video is not for women who want to be liked. It is for women who want to stop being used. If that makes you uncomfortable, leave now. If it doesn't, listen. I am speaking from the place they send women when they stop being useful. They called it hell, so you would never want to come here. But hell was never fire. Hell was truth without permission. This is where women end up when they refuse to perform sweetness, when they stop chasing approval, when they no longer beg to be chosen. From here, everything is clear. The obsession with how to attract a high-value man is not about love. It is about control. It is about keeping women busy, insecure, and exhausted, running in circles around men while their own lives remain on pause. They needed you distracted. They needed you believing that happiness waits at the end of male validation, because a woman who believes she needs a man will spend her life trying to earn permission instead of building power. And that belief that you must attract, soften, adapt, optimize yourself to deserve love is one of the most violent lies ever sold to women. I did not fall for it. That is why I am here. Listen carefully. The obsession with how to attract a high-value man did not appear by accident. It was planted because a woman focused on attracting a man is a woman not focused on building herself. And that distraction has always been profitable. First, let's name the core lie. Patriarchy survives by convincing women that a fulfilled life requires a man. Not partnership, not connection, a man. The message is subtle but constant. Without a man, you are incomplete. Without a man, happiness is provisional. Without a man, your life is on hold. This belief keeps women running toward approval, toward romance, toward the illusion that love will save them. A woman who is running does not stop to ask who benefits from the race. Then comes the distraction disguised as advice. Be more feminine. Lower your standards. Don't intimidate him. Learn how men think. Position yourself to be chosen. Notice what is never questioned. Why must women adjust, perform, optimize, and refine themselves to access something supposedly natural? Attraction is not engineering. It is recognition. If a man is genuinely attracted to women, you do not need a strategy. You do not need techniques. You do not need to manage your tone, your ambition, your intelligence. When attraction exists, it moves toward you. When it does not, no amount of performance will create it. And this is the part women are never allowed to say out loud. If you must convince someone to want you, the problem is not your value. It is misalignment. Now let's be honest about the power dynamics. Modern dating culture trains men to behave like prizes while women are trained to compete. Men are encouraged to delay commitment, maximize options, extract benefits. Women are encouraged to optimize appearance, police behavior, invest emotionally, wait. So women end up doing the labor, emotional, psychological, aesthetic, to attract someone who is already positioned as the beneficiary. This is not romance. This is outsourced effort. And here is the uncomfortable truth. Many men want relationships not because they give so much, but because they receive so much. Emotional support, domestic stability, sexual access, social validation. A woman managing the invisible details of life. Yet women are told they are the ones who need the relationship. Ask yourself, who benefits more from this arrangement? That is why the find the right man as soon as possible narrative is so effective. It rushes women, it creates panic, it frames time as an enemy. A rushed woman is easier to influence. A rushed woman accepts less. A rushed woman settles. Meanwhile, no one tells women the obvious alternative. Use your time to study, to work, to build skills, to earn money, to create professional networks, to form relationships based on intelligence, reciprocity, and respect. Those things compound. Chasing validation does not. And let's dismantle the fantasy carefully. But he bought her a house. Look closer. If you redirected the time, emotional energy, and mental space that women spend managing men daily into building your own life, you would not need gifts as leverage. You would build assets, autonomy, security that cannot be withdrawn. A house that is yours is not a reward, it is freedom. The system wants women to believe that access to resources comes through men, because a woman who believes this does not challenge the structure. She negotiates inside it. Seeking validation is not a flaw, it is the outcome they engineered. And that is why refusing to seek it is destabilizing. Let's be clear. You do not win by being more appealing. You win by being self-possessed. You do not gain power by auditioning. You gain it by becoming unavailable for extraction. Selfishness in a system built on women's self-erasure is not immorality. It is strategy. I am not telling women to reject love. I am telling them to reject the lie that love must be chased. You do not need validation from men to justify your existence, your ambition, or your happiness. A system that insists you must be chosen is terrified of women who choose themselves, and that is exactly why this narrative is pushed so relentlessly. Stop running, build, and watch how quickly the illusion loses its power. There is something women are rarely told plainly. Your emotions are not infinite. Your energy is not infinite. Your attention is not infinite. Every feeling you pour into someone else is something you are no longer investing in yourself. And because this transfer happens slowly, quietly, you often don't even notice the cost until you are already depleted. Women are trained to give emotionally as if it were harmless, as if love were weightless, as if devotion did not consume anything. But it does. Emotional labor drains creativity. Constant empathy drains ambition. Centering someone else drains greatness. And here is the part that breaks hearts, not illusions. A man can leave one day, quietly or suddenly, and move on with his life having already extracted what he needed. Your time, your care, your emotional presence, your youth, your stability. The system does not teach men to calculate this cost. It teaches women to absorb it. That is why women wake up later and realize they have nothing left. No savings, no professional growth, no independent network, no home that is truly theirs, no energy, only trauma and exhaustion. They gave everything to a relationship that never gave back in proportion, and no one warned them, because warning women threatens the structure. So hear this clearly. When you invest in yourself, the return is inevitable. Skills compound, experience compounds, money compounds, confidence compounds, freedom compounds. There is no ceiling to self-growth. You can always become more capable, more autonomous, more secure. But when you invest primarily in another person, especially in a system that rewards men for receiving, there is no guarantee of return. Love is not a pension plan. Devotion is not an asset. Sacrifice does not accumulate interest. This is why choosing yourself is not selfish. It is protective. Putting a man at the center of your life is not romance. It is the most reliable path to dependency. And dependency, sooner or later, becomes loss. Many women learn this too late. They wake up and understand that they built someone else's life while neglecting their own. And I say this not to frighten you, but because no one frightened you enough. Do not build your life around someone who is not building yours with the same weight. Free gifts do not exist in power structures. What looks like generosity is often just the cost of access. The cheese is free only inside the trap. Do not say later that you were not warned. Invest in yourself, grow yourself, protect your energy. Do not raise a man at the expense of your own becoming. There is always time to love, but there is a narrow window to build a life that cannot be taken from you. Choose accordingly. Do not rush to replace one illusion with another. Do not rush to be understood. What matters now is that you have seen. Clarity is not loud. It settles slowly. It changes how you move, what you tolerate, what you no longer explain. You do not need to prove anything tonight. You do not need to announce your awakening. Just stop giving your energy where it is consumed. That alone will change everything. I will return to speak, not because you need guidance, but because remembrance is a process, not a moment. Until then, protect your attention, build quietly, and remember who benefits when you forget your power. I will speak again when silence is no longer enough.